We were going to talk, actually, speaking of Age of Humor, about like controversies and about whether we ever worry about
being
articles and stuff.
canceled. Yeah.
I mean, have you ever had anyone try and cancel you for anything, or?
I mean, definitely the like copy strike stuff, which is
That's
not a real
right.
thing. The copyright claim stuff.
You need to specify what you mean by that, because
What
people are
happened
going to
with
think of like, people are going to think you
Validity?
were out there trying to copy strike people that
Oh.
didn't deserve it. But
Okay,
I hate
so
how fucking copy strike is
is
the
a
term
word.
I love
now.
it.
Oh, because of what? Alinity?
Yeah.
I guess,
Oh,
yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. So basically, there was this period in time. Basically, two things. One, a lot of people would make very suggestive, sexual, misleading
Pokimane
videos
fic
about me.
Compilation number
No.
325.
It's like try not to come Pokimane twerks.
Really?
I've
Like
never seen
no
YouTube?
joke.
I've never seen
Yes.
Mm.
yeah, I'm subbed.
Try not to come.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It
Is
on
oh.
YouTube.
That's
shit.
crazy.
Especially the ones where they're like, she twerks on stream,
You know
and
what?
it's like
only
I've
seen
never
I've only seen the ones
on
on
stream.
Pornhub, dude.
But actually, like just straight misleading.
Yeah.
And sometimes it almost feels bad. Sometimes like use my photo, but they'll use like another girl's butt. And it's just like,
Bruh.
you know, way better butt than my butt.
Max disrespect.
Not even my butt, but still a great butt.
It's actually James Charles's ass in the
Yes.
thumbnail.
I'd click.
True.
So yeah, it was just these weird videos which I would sometimes take down. And then that was okay, that and another incident where me and Keem had some beef online. Keem deleted all of his tweets, but then somebody re-uploaded like
Right.
it was literally just like a chain image of all our like
All of
tweets
your
and videos
tweets.
and blah blah blah. And they uploaded it to YouTube. No commentary, no audio, no edits, no voiceover.
context, I guess.
Right? Yeah, it was like just those photos. And I had spoken to my MCN and I was like, is this something that I can take down? Because like I was getting a lot of annoying shit from it at the time. And I mean, understandably so, it was something that we put out on the internet, so I get that. But I was like, maybe if we like kill this, because Keem had deleted his tweets already. And I was like, I just want this whole
Like
drama to be
wrapped up.
over. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I made not the right call, in hindsight, to have that video removed because I was also told it was within my rights to do so. Because it wasn't like
It's just-
transformative per se.
Yeah. I mean, now you
Yeah,
just see it's just a bad look. Just to the normies that are
Yeah,
just watching it.
ex-
It's like, oh,
exactly.
she wants to hide this because she knows she's wrong. And
Yeah,
then
but it
they'll
was
use
more
that
so
as
like
the
I just
narrative.
didn't want to be in like all this drama, and
Yeah,
I
you just
wanted it to
wanted
like
just
pass.
fucking
Just wanted to
end it.
avoid
Yeah.
conflict. And
Yes.
it
Yeah, I
backfired.
mean that's the thing. Like, with drama on YouTube and stuff, it's like, you know, two people might fight and then make up, or whatever, or just be okay with each other, but that doesn't mean that the audiences do that. Like the audiences
Yeah.
drag out drama for way
Well-
longer than anyone
Exactly.
cares
That was
about.
my biggest issue. I was like, me and Keem are over this, so I'd rather like
Yeah.
everybody
Right.
kind of gets over it. But it's not really something I've kind of come to terms with. Like, if you put something on the internet, it's gonna be there forever. So I can see where that was my bad. And then yeah, that was really it. Those two things together.
That's what
And
you
then,
can do.
like,
You just got to own your
because-
mistakes, I guess. Or I
Yeah.
mean, not that it was necessarily a major mistake, but
But then I think because I've taken down like some of those inappropriate videos, people try to spin it as me taking down any video or
Right.
videos that aren't within my right to take
Yeah.
down,
Did-
et cetera, et cetera.
did
I
that
mean, if
coinc-
people
So-
are re-uploading your fucking streams with no commentary,
Yeah.
it's your fucking content. And they shouldn't be.
But
profiting
people will
off of it.
still say like, people
Well-
will also think that like you shouldn't take down those videos either.
well, I
Yeah,
think the
you always
argument is
blame
that
them.
I think one argument is that because Twitch streamers spend a lot of time reacting to content, they're like, what right do you have to copy strike others when you use this content for your stream? And what's your opinion on that?
I think it depends on the situation. For example, like it's different for me to watch something and add commentary to it versus if someone took my stream and made a video of them reacting to my stream or adding
That's true.
commentary to
Yeah.
it or making it transformative in any way,
That's
go off,
Yeah,
king.
they're not.
Like that's totally within your right.
Yeah, it's fair
But
enough.
if someone literally they go, okay, I'm gonna take from 5 minutes in to 2 hours in, I'm just gonna rip this and I'm just gonna re-upload it and throw
then
this
throw
title.
a bunch of
It's-
ads on it. Then
It's
Yeah.
crazy, like, because some of those channels must make actually quite a lot of money just from like
Yes.
literally botting. They
Yeah.
just bought clips.
I'm gonna become a Pokimane reaction channel.
I mean,
I mean,
people are
I think
uploading
that's
clips of
fine. Just
yours,
add something
right?
to it.
But what's gonna be iconic about my channel is I'm gonna fully replicate whatever you're doing on the stream and do it in my reaction.
Oh.
Yeah, so like
I'd
I'll
watch that.
react to you reacting to Fitz, but I'll also be eating a salad.
The
And you're
same
dressed up
salad.
completely. Like that'd be great. I mean, that's
That would
transformative.
be really
Yeah.
funny.
You know,
Yeah,
that's satire at that point.
that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, so I guess it just depends.
Hmm.
It's rough.
Yeah, controversy sounds pretty whack because I think the weirdest part about it is that to the viewers, it's entertainment. You know,
Mhm.
these people like they act outraged, but really I think they're just distracting themselves
Yeah.
and entertaining themselves. I'm sure some of them maybe are actually invested in the drama, but at the end of the day, all they're doing is just using this as another form of kind of like heightened entertainment where they feel like they're involved.
Well,
They
it's
feel like they
that-
have a voice, you
It
know.
was like that Pro Jared thing when he came out with his.
Oh my god, that was
wow.
He
insane.
came out with his response,
Dude,
and
crazy,
then he
man.
said, like, to address, like, why am I, you know, the drama is over. Why am I bringing it up now? And he goes, well, I'm sorry, it's not. It's no longer entertaining for you, but these are still
Mm.
serious allegations.
Yeah,
I have
which
to
is so
address."
true, right?
It's very. He made a good point.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that hits at home, man. Because like
Yeah.
it's true. Like after the drama dies down and no one cares, like your
Yeah.
perspective, like as far as they're concerned, like they've already made their mind up about you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's kind of whack from that
it's
point
pretty
of view.
fun. You know, I mean, yeah, cancel culture is for the birds.
It's weird. I feel like at
the
that
birds?
point in
Yeah.
time,
Fuck the birds.
fuck the birds. At that point in time, I felt like I don't know why, but I felt like kind of a lot of scrutiny.
Mm.
Maybe it was because like it was close to after like Fortnite blew my channel up a bit more, and I feel like anything that I did during that time, people tried really hard to spin in a negative way, and that put me in like such a bad headspace for streaming.
Right.
Because like I'm just
Constantly
thinking,
worried.
how can everything that I'm saying be clipped out of context and
Yeah.
like just get me canceled
Like,
again, or
Was
whatever?
that too mean? Am I being
Yeah.
nice right now? Am I,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
like a huge part of that stuff is, I mean, people are always naturally jealous of. I mean, there's a lot of people that are just naturally jealous of people in positions like ours, where we are, you know, doing well online, and they wish they could be in that position. And then there's also the whole thing with just that like wide perception of just all females on Twitch being titty streamers,
Mhm.
you know? And obviously that's not at all the case,
Mhm.
but I feel like when you mix those two things, the jealousy and the titty streamer thought on the back of people's minds, they can just see
Not a
someone
good
like you who's
combo.
doing
Yeah.
really well on Twitch and also happens to be a woman and just be like, I want to attack this. But
Mhm.
like
Mm.
jealousy makes people do some fucked up shit.
Yeah. Well, it's bitterness as well, I think.
Yeah,
It's
bitterness
bitterness.
totally.
Mm.
I could be wrong, but wasn't the timing around when you were under all the scrutiny when Alinity was doing the copyright strike stuff on
It-
PewDiePie, or was that?
I think it
months
was. I think it was
apart?
after.
right?
It was
after?
definitely after, but those two things were like heavily related in a
Yeah.
sense. Like
Mhm.
because she
Yeah.
had done that, it made what I did
think,
an even
yeah,
bigger
fact that you-
deal.
So I guess
I
people
swear to
viewed
God,
yours.
There's
Streamer.
people out there that think me and Alinity are the same person
Well,
or something.
yeah, you could. I mean, they probably thought of your thing as like part 2 of that drama. Like, oh, here we go
Yeah.
again. Like it's the
Yeah,
same
but
thing.
it's very because
easy to be
yeah, I
scapegoated.
know transformative content is like very much a gray area.
Yeah, fair use
And
and all that.
yeah, and I've like learned to avoid it to the best of my abilities. But I would never, ever, ever mess with content that is transformative or that someone really put effort into.
Sure.
Like as a creator, I recognize that. Even if someone spent an hour just like shit talking me, canceling me, whatever it is, you leave it up. Like you can't do anything
Yeah.
about that, right?
Yeah.
But people like ripping your VOD or
Yeah.
just random things like
People
that.
just taking your shit
Mhm.
and re-uploading it. They have no right to the content. They
Yeah.
have no right to the revenue.
And the other thing is
I
like
say keep it up. Just claim it. Just take the fucking money.
easy
Yeah.
money.
Easy
Um,
bag. Secured.
And the other thing is like, I can admit I made a mistake. I just wish like the process of making a mistake, having people tell you, realizing it, and then owning up to it and doing better was a little bit easier on the
I mean, yeah.
internet.
People aren't
Which
allowed
might
to
be
make
a lot to ask,
mistakes.
but it's like
Mm.
I literally I took down a guy's video and because of that, I'm like, a Twitch thought that should die. And imagine like just thousands of people sending you that message like
Yeah,
over and
no.
over and
Man,
over.
it must suck to be a virgin. It must really suck.
Yeah, I mean,
mean-
online.
I mean, you could be a nice version of the very. Come on.
Yeah, you're just not allowed to make a mistake online. Like according to as soon as you get put in any form of spotlight,
You're immediately the worst.
you're
And even if you
you're immediately
apologize,
seen
you're
as
never forgiven.
above everyone, and people like that aren't allowed to make mistakes.
Yeah, I mean, and part of that is because you do have some responsibility when you have a platform, right?
Yeah.
But it also is, I don't know, it's a fucking wild animal to deal with. I can imagine.
I think it's like just good to accept, we're all humans, the people
Yeah.
commenting and the people up here.
Yeah.
Like I've made mistakes and I probably will continue to make them.
100%.
Hopefully you
make
just like
mistakes.
keep
This
people.
podcast, you fucking
There's just
Yeah,
no,
plenty.
There's no winning. There's no winning with cancel culture.
no.
Because you could fuck up and you can apologize, but now apologizing isn't enough for people.
Mm.
And
some people don't
an
even see
apology
it, and
isn't
then,
enough.
yeah.
Mhm.
And then some people will criticize your apology and
Well,
say that it wasn't enough.
this is
And
why
then you don't win.
you just
don't
do what we
win.
do.
Oddly
You fucking
enough,
play
though-
the game. Just don't play the game. Just
Yeah.
say fuck you. Just say fuck you.
Just do what we do. And
I
just,
can't wait to see you get in
Oh,
a
dude, it's
controversy.
No,
gonna be
because-
great.
Fuck you.
because like the thing with us, I think, is that because we've been so edgy from day one,
Mhm.
like, and because it's a part of our brand, and people know us for being kind of like off the rails a little bit. If anything ever comes out like an article like, oh, I can't believe Swaggo said that 3 years ago, like, yeah, we fucking know, we love that shit. We were watching that, like it was great.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
but how would you guys actually feel if maybe someday, like general culture was just like you don't use edgy words or whatever?
I still do it.
I mean, we've made the argument like countless times in the podcast about, just jokes and how they're different. And
Is
how-
there ever a point at which like you could get enough shit for it to make you want to change your behavior? You know what I mean?
I would have to actually believe in what I was apologizing for, and that
Yeah.
would be like circumstantial. Like maybe there
Yeah.
is something I've said. I could probably think of a couple of times I've like told a joke that wasn't funny enough for
Yeah.
to be that offensive, which is kind of the line you walk, where it's like,
That's the thing.
gotta be
need
fucking
to
funny,
You need to really
you know?
think about how you structure the joke and then how you execute the joke.
Mm.
Because if your joke rides a line and you hit it wrong and you miss the mark,
Mhm.
that's a fuck up, and
Yeah.
it makes you look really bad.
yeah.
I'm glad you guys are aware of that at least.
Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You should be.
The problem is that like in 4 years, maybe the jokes that we were telling will be like, what the fuck? That's
Yeah,
not
just
funny anymore.
Age
And then,
completely wrong.
but then you just get into the argument that you're getting with comedians these days, where it's like, dude, it was like eight years ago. It was a different
Yeah,
time. Like people
different
told
time,
fucking.
different
Yeah.
culture.
So
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of where it's at.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people shouldn't criticize other people for what they did 8 years ago or 10 years ago.
Mm.
That shit needs to stop.
Yeah,
Making
like
through
what
Twitter
Hitler did
needs
was
to
like
fucking
what?
stop.
How long ago was that?
How wrong was he really, guys?
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, it was a different time.
kidding, guys, kidding. Telling
Kidding.
jokes on the podcast is what we do.
But just to make it clear that it was a joke.